Welcome to 10 Minute Tech. My name is Steve, and in this video we'll be looking at a kit that I received that I purchased from Bartek over in Poland, about a entry-level liquid nitrogen kit. I'll be doing an unboxing and kind of initial impressions on it, and I'll be picking up some liquid nitrogen sometime in the future and doing a video on that as well. Full disclosure, I've never actually experienced liquid nitrogen cooling before, but I figured now is as good a time as any. So I'll start a channel and document my process through it. Well, let's open up this box and see what's inside. All right, so this is the box I received from Poland. I've removed the addresses on there, but it actually made it okay from all the way from Poland. So looks like they used a good amount of tape and the box wasn't completely destroyed. So let's go ahead and open her up. This looks like invoice information. Paid about 522 of whatever these are in Poland. I think it was about $130 or so. 130 euros is how much this was. All right, so it looks like he actually gives you some insulation for the pot, is probably what these are. Duraflex. All right, so you get quite a bit of that. This looks like a back plate and some mounting hardware. We'll take a look at that in a second. Couple big sheets of this. That's actually really nice that he uses it to pad here, but you can definitely make use of that. Cut out your motherboard and stick it on there. Got some thicker insulation if you need it. That's really nice that he includes a couple pieces in there for you to mess around with. All right, so let's look at the pot itself. So it's in this little, looks like it's a paper. All right, just do that. All right, it looks like it's solid copper. Looks like this was a solid copper rod that was just spun on a lathe, and he took it all the way down and then milled out some holes in the middle. Those look like just holes for heat conduction. It's actually pretty heavy. The surface seems it seems really flat, so that's good. From what I understand, you don't really want this to be mirror smooth because you want thermal paste to kind of get in there and help with conduction. You want to fill those gaps, and then really with this, a couple extra microns of thermal paste isn't gonna kill it. And there's also a hole here, so you probably stick a K-type thermocouple right in that hole, and that'll get you your temperature the closest to the interface. Looks kind of cool though. So this is just a solid. This isn't threaded or anything. This is a solid piece, so you don't have to worry about any leaking getting in and around this, or condensation or anything getting into the pot. I like that it's a solid piece. I'm going to keep it in here to minimize rust from that. Next, let's take a look at the hardware it came with. All right, so this feels like brushed aluminum, just a plain old, I guess, back plate for it. And then this looks like it goes on top of the pot and attaches. So you probably got this underneath your socket, your motherboard in there. This goes on the CPU, and then this sits down. And it looks like you just fasten it with these, and it's a really simple setup. Just got some long bolts, spacers, and washers. So I actually like that. It seems really simple. Looks like you can get the tension down as tight as you want with these. One thing I would recommend is finding some way to make sure they're all the same. I don't know what the extreme overclockers do, but if one of these are tighter than the other, it may not actually be perfectly flat. So that's one of the things I'll be thinking about in the future when I'm trying to use this. And that's it. This is the kit from Bartek. and I'll put a link below for his website. I'm pretty happy with it. It took about 2 weeks for it to get here, and hopefully it does pretty good. Oh, by the way, this seems feels like ABS plastic or something, in case you're wondering. And he's got a couple sheets of it. So this I would probably use this thin stuff, cut a little piece for that out, put that in between. And the nice thing about it actually is, since this is aluminum, you can use that thin stuff just so you're not shorting anything out with possible metal pieces contacting. And then you could put your heater on the back if you need one of those. Looking forward to give this a try. See you next time.